Hi, I'm Sean. I am a volunteer with the Peer Support Project at Togmind. Have actually gone into a paid role, but I'm here to discuss being a volunteer for the Peer Support Project.
How long have you been a volunteer and what made you want to do it?
I've been a volunteer since the beginning of this year, and what made me want to be a volunteer was my own lived experience. I've been in hospital a couple of times, and the care that I received whilst in hospital inspired me to want to go and give back. And Mind being the organisation it is, well known, that was the first place that I looked, not realising that it was, different franchises, Togmind being one of them, which was the most local one to me. And when I inquired, I was told that there was volunteers needed for the Peer Support Project. And when I looked it up, and I thought it was a really, really interesting project, and one that I wanted to be a part of. And I think the reason for that is because you promote people with lived experience to be volunteers, and I think that is something that I've not seen in my own personal journey. I've not seen people with lived experience in the mental health sector. Usually you'll speak to nurses, doctors, who are, who are great, but you don't get that sort of, you can't relate to them. You can't relate to a doctor, you can't relate to a nurse usually. And
that's your experience?
Yeah, that's my experience, my own personal experience. But I think if I'd have had someone who had been through the same or similar experiences to me, it would have helped me to open up a bit more.
Can you summarise what being a volunteer for the Peer Support Project entails?
Yeah, so we deal with clients on a one-to-one basis, and we'll use SMART goals, the 5 ways to wellbeing, to help the clients to reach a goal that they have, whether that is to reconnect with the community, to go somewhere that they want to go. So for me, I draw on my own experience, and when I got out of hospital, I used the Health and Wellbeing College in Tameside, which was brilliant, and so I promote that service as well to my clients, and the clients that have been there have all, they've got something out of it. They've all really liked the experience. So yeah, I'm able to draw from my own experience, but also it's what the client wants to do. So that could just be support going to an appointment, for example. And it's basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to empower the client to be able to do these things independently. And it is, and because of that, it is a really, it's a unique project in my experience. I haven't seen anything like that.
How have you found the experience of volunteering for the Peer Support Project?
I think the first word comes to mind is rewarding. Obviously, I wanted to give back and help people, and I think in doing that, it's also helped me as well. It's helped me to grow as a person. It's helped me to take that further step in my recovery, and also it's given me opportunities to be able to progress within the company, within Togmind, and seeing clients improve has been one of the best experiences of my life, to be honest. Knowing that I've made a difference, however small that might be, knowing I've made a difference in a person's life I can't really describe it, to be honest. It's a great feeling. It's a really good, really good feeling.
What would you say to those that are considering volunteering, and why the Peer Support Project?
I'd say do it. I'd say don't be frightened of if you've got no experience, if you've not got the relevant qualifications, or what you think might be the relevant qualifications, because I didn't. I still don't. I I'm here because of my lived experience, and I think that gets forgotten about, and I think that is worth, I'm not saying more than qualifications, but I think having lived experience, I think it helps in the sense that you're more relatable to a client, and it helps to be able to build that relationship, to get that connection. So if you have that even if you don't have the lived experience, if you just want to help people, if you just want to give that little bit of support to the people that need it, do it, because this project is perfect for you if that's what you want to do. Because we deal with, low level. So what we do we're not a therapeutic service, so we will help people in, like I said, getting out into the community. So don't worry about if you think you're going to be dealing with, high level mental health issues, because you won't. You'll be dealing more with what that client, whatever goals that client might have. So yeah, I'd say just don't be scared and just do it. Just take that step. And I can honestly say the peer support project is, it's the best service I've come across.
Thank you for sharing your experience.